What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Can I just say I think this is my favorite outfit I've ever worn in a video. It is pajamas. Can we make this a thing? I feel like I'm gonna do other videos that makes this a thing because I am so cozy right now. I have my tea, and you can tell from the title, we are going to be talking about how to romanticize your autumn/winter. Now, I did a video like this for spring and summer, and you guys seemed to really enjoy it. So I thought that I would do another one for autumn/winter. Personally, I am a summer girl. I love summer. My birthday is at the end of December, so you would think that I would be a winter person, but I hate the cold. I'm always freezing, but I've decided that this autumn/winter, we are going to put an end to hating it and try and romanticize it and enjoy it, because there are so much things that I have written down here that honestly, when I was writing this list, I was like, oh my god, am I excited for autumn? Just a little bit, maybe? I don't know. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to be talking about is staying warm. Now, for me, there is nothing worse than going out and being so cold and freezing and you just want to get back inside. Some people like being cold. I personally cannot relate. So there are a few things that I have learned throughout my time that keep me really warm. The first thing is thermals. Oh my god, I don't even know what I was doing before I knew about thermals. If you don't know what it is, it's basically kind of looks like Victorian pajamas when you wear it on. So it's not the most sexy thing in the world. It is basically clothes that you wear under your clothes to keep warm, and they are specifically designed to trap in heat and make sure that, you know, there's no bulk around, because I've been there when my mom was like putting like a knit jumper underneath my school uniform, like trying to keep me warm, but there are things for that now. So I know Uniqlo does a brand called Heat Tech that's pretty popular. I intend on buying some this winter. You can get a turtleneck version, you can get the leggings that you can wear, you know, like under jeans, the socks, the hat, the scarf, the gloves. Invest in some thermals, and I'm telling you now, you will come back here and thank me. Another thing that you can get are these flesh colored tights, and thank goodness they've started to be a little bit more inclusive of all skin tones, because at first it was just kind of like an under like pinky peachy kind of color, but now brands are coming out with all different colors and sizes, which is amazing. We love to see it. So what it is basically, have you ever wanted to wear a skirt or something in the winter, but you have to wear like thin tights? And let's be honest, thick tights are not the most flattering things. These things are thick fuzzy tights. I'll put a picture here. A thick fuzzy tights that have a fuzzy line that kind of looks like your skin tone and looks like you're just wearing normal tights, when in actual fact they're fuzzy. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you need to get to know, because this saved me so much when I wanted to wear skirts and dresses, but I didn't want to wear bulky tights. Honestly, I've never been so warm in my life wearing a skirt than I have when I finally like bought these tights. If you don't want to do that and it's not your vibe, I think when people wear like thin tights and then wear like knee-high socks, I'll try and find a picture, I feel like that is so cute, especially again for skirts, anything that's short, dresses, anything. However, you can also do this underneath jeans, and I'm telling you now, you're gonna be so warm, like almost too warm. It's amazing. So you can just go and buy yourself some tights and then put knee socks over and then put your jeans on. It's all about the layering, people. I'm telling you now, that's how you're gonna stay warm. You're looking at someone on the road and you think they're just wearing jeans. No, 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 no. They probably have tights and socks underneath. For girls like me, especially those of us with curly hair, I find it really hard to be like in the rain and the wind and the cold with curly hair. My hair just goes completely crazy. Even if I have a hat on, I end up looking like really crazy because I've got like all my like frizzy hair and then like a hat on top. So if you prefer to wear your hair like up in a bun or something, but you don't like to wear a hat on top and like cover all of your hair, these headbands are amazing. They go around your ears, they are like fuzzy, you can get them in cashmere, they're all different price ranges. And they keep you so warm. They're supposed to go on top of your ears as well, so they keep your ears warm so you don't have to walk around with like ear muffs or whatever, which can be really cute. I should have added that to the list. Ear muffs can be really cute, but if you don't want that, but they do keep your forehead, like I don't know if anyone else gets like that prickly sensation when you get cold. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. But whenever I wear my hair like up in a bun, I'll wear like one of those headbands and I am like nice and toasty. The next thing that you can get are smart gloves. Now this is becoming a lot more popular than it was even just a few years ago. It's the gloves where you can type on your phone with the gloves. I don't think that you can unlock your phone like with your thumb. So you will have to take it out for that, but you can text with them, you can switch your music, you can look up your, you know, directions or whatever you're doing with these gloves on. It's so annoying when you have gloves on and, you know, you have to like take them off and then your fingers are all numb and you have to like try and type real quick and then like put your glove back on. You can also get the gloves that look like mittens, but like when you take it off, it's like fingerless gloves or something like that. I think that they can look really cute if you style them well. They're not personally my thing, but I've seen a good few people with them and I think they're really useful. The next thing you can do, and I have mine here to show you, are invest in these umbrellas. Now this looks like a normal umbrella, but something is off, and it is because there is a clip. And have you ever been in the situation where you have your umbrella but then it's not raining anymore, so you don't know what to do with it? This one, you can clip it onto your bag or something like that. Yeah, pretty much onto your bag, and then it just hangs there. Like, genius. They are a little bit more pricey. I think this one was about 16. I'm pretty sure you can find them elsewhere. It's a bit pricey for an umbrella. However, I'm telling you, it's come in handy so often when it stops raining and then it starts raining and then it stops raining. These umbrellas are a lifesaver. So I would definitely highly suggest you invest in one yourself. The next thing I would suggest getting is a thermal. How many times have you woken up in the morning and you're late and you don't have time to drink your coffee and you have to leave half of your coffee on the side? Yeah, I've been there as well. So what you can do is put it in this mug. It's gonna keep your drink nice and warm pretty much all day. You can also go to places like Starbucks, Costa, Cafe Nero, and ask them to put it in this thermal instead, so that it's reducing waste on your part. But also it's something nice and hot to drink outside that you don't have to go and buy and spend money on, you know? If this is not your thing and you don't want to walk around with a thermal mug in your bag after you finished with it, what you can do, I have one, you can get one of these silicone coffee mugs that are collapsible. So you kind of like squish it. Should I get mine? Oh, that's a bit long. And what it does is it collapses and you can put the straw around it and it kind of becomes this little disc thing that's like the size of your palm, and you can put that in your bag and it's space saving and it saves so much space in your bag. You just like, you know, rinse it out or dry it with some tissue and you're good to go. The next category we have is food. Who doesn't love food? I love food. I love it so much, honestly. However, we all know it's pumpkin spice season. I personally, this is gonna be very controversial, I feel, in this video. I am not a pumpkin spice lover. I don't really like things like apple cider and pumpkin spice and nutmeg. That's just not my thing. I see the appeal, but when I'm thinking of a hot drink that I want, or like chai, anything spiced, not spicy, spiced, I don't really like it. However, there are so many more flavors than just pumpkin that you can get. You can go with vanilla, which I feel like is just a classic flavor. You can also go with peppermint, especially in the winter. In fact, every Christmas Eve, I make a pumpkin pumpkin. Every Christmas Eve, I make my whole family a peppermint hot chocolate. It's amazing. So you can do that. Oh, Costa was doing like a maple syrup latte or something last year, and I never got to try it, and I still regret it to this day. There's also apple, so things that are like baked with apples in it. I don't mind apple spiced things actually. Like apple and like a little bit of like cinnamon or something. That's really nice. I can get down with that one. Things like hazelnuts and what are those nuts that they like honey roasted nuts and stuff that they like cook on the side of the road, and you just like, you smell it before you see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like obsessed. Also, things like oats, and this winter specifically more like autumn, I really want to improve on soup making. Imagine, like, okay, picture this. Imagine you've come home after a long day. You walk in, you're cold, you're hungry, you're tired, and you've prepared yourself a big pot and a big bowl of soup, and you've grabbed like some, I don't know, some bakery bread to bring home. Like, oh my god, it can't just be me that my mom makes the best soup ever, like with like dumplings and all of that stuff in it, like so packed with so much micronutrients as well, like so many veggies. You can make it plant-based, you can make it meat-based, you can put pasta in it, you can put lentils in it. There's so many different ways you can go with soup. Guys, it is soup season. The next category is vibes. This is all about the vibe and what's gonna set the vibe of autumn for you. Firstly, candles. I am obsessed with candles. In fact, I already have 2 autumn candles in my room now. One smells like that forest kind of smell. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know. It's like you're in the woods or something. It's gorgeous, and when it's raining outside and I've got that burning, it's amazing. And there's other ones that you can get that have like, the wick is kind of like rectangular almost, and when you burn it, wait for it, it makes a fire crackling sound. Oh my god, I have one of those as well, and I am just loving it. It's so nice, especially at night. You take off the big lights, put on like the little lights, light the candle, you got like the crackling sound in the back, like, oh, stop it now. The next one is reading on a rainy day. This is a cliche, but a classic. It is raining outside. I'm in my pajamas. I have my cup of tea. I'm in my bed with my throw blanket and reading a good book. Honestly, snuggling up on a rainy day, maybe it's a Sunday, maybe you have a hair mask in your hair and you're just like reading a good book. That, to me, is like a perfect day. We can also now get into what we're gonna watch. We all know we're gonna be watching Gilmore Girls, obviously. I feel like Gilmore Girls is like the ultimate girls' autumn like thing. It's so, the town is so like aesthetically pleasing to autumn. I haven't even watched the entire series of Gilmore Girls. I actually stopped when it became spring. So now I have to like pick it back up again. I think I'm on season 3 or something, but I am dying to put it back on. I also feel like Gossip Girl is like a winter cold weather kind of like vibe. I don't know why. I've watched Gossip Girl, I think like 2 or 3 times, and every time I'm just, it's like Christmas in New York and the fashion and all of that. Like, I don't know what it is about Gossip Girl that gives me like cold weather vibes. I don't see myself on a summer's day watching Gossip Girl. I feel like that's a cold weather thing. Also, how could we not forget to mention Vampire Diaries, the originals, and Legacy, is it? Yeah, that one. We are all going to be watching it. Also, the Twilight series, Harry Potter, all of that, all of the vibes. Even if you just have it playing, if you're like cleaning your room, you're doing your nails, something like that. I feel like Harry Potter we should save for Christmas. I was also reading the Harry Potter books while on the London Underground during Christmas time. That is a vibe. I don't know what it was. I wasn't even doing it on purpose. I just happened to pick up that book series because I had nothing else to read at Christmas time. That is Christmas. So let's save Harry and his friends for Christmas. Everything else we can start right now. Also, if you have any of your favorite like autumnal things that you like to watch, comment them down below. Going off of series, I feel like if you're a horror film lover, like my sister, she loves horror films. I personally don't get it, but if you're a horror film lover, now is your time. It is spooky season. It is that like you want to be kind of scared, like it's dark, it's misty kind of season. You want to read like the Stephen King books and so on. However, if you're like me and you're a bit more of a wimp, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. We just don't like to be petrified for 2 weeks, and I get it. But you can watch things like Hocus Pocus. You can go back and watch like, I don't know, the Scooby-Doo movies that we used to watch when we were a kid. What else is there? Yeah, just things like of that nature, like Halloween Town, Wednesday. I know that's a series, but you can also watch like the Addams Family. So many things that you can watch that are just gonna really put you in the season. I feel like now is also the last chance that we have to go on a walk. I said to myself last winter that I was gonna go on like a cold walk in the rain and buy hot chocolate. I don't know if I can personally do that. If you can do that, go right ahead. But personally for me, now where you just have to have like a jacket on, and if you have like a hot drink, it's chilly, but it's not freezing. I live in London, so it's this awkward time where like the weather is dropped to about 14 degrees, 13 degrees Celsius, and yeah, I feel like now is the time to like go and walk in the park and listen to an audiobook. Maybe you're listening to like an autumnal audiobook while walking through leaves. Stop it. Another thing you can do is bake in the house. Do you remember that scene in Clueless when she says like, when a boy comes over, you should always have something baking? I feel like when you have guests over, you should like bake something, even if it's just like those little like cake box things, it's fine, because the scent of baking in a house just makes everything so like cozy, and then you can offer like some cake and a hot tea to your guest who's just come in from the cold, and you can just tell them that you baked it yourself. Like you don't have to say that you made it from like a box, or you can like add stuff to it, you know. But the smell of baking throughout your house is gonna create such like this cozy vibe, this inviting, delicious, like ooh kind of a vibe, you know? Now let's get on to activities. So like I said before, all of the flavors are coming out. Starbucks and Costa and Cafe Nero and everyone is going to start coming out with all of their new flavors of coffee. So what you can do is you can take a friend and you guys can go and try something new together. So you can try like the new peppermint pumpkin mocha chai tea, I don't know, something like that. It's gonna be indoors, you're gonna be warm, but you'll still be doing something outside, if you get it. You can also invite friends over, and like we said, they can teach you how to cook. So if they know how to make like really amazing soup, you can go and like buy the ingredients together and cook and like eat a meal together, and then watch like a movie or something together. That could be really cute. You could do that with family or friends, and this could be anyone of any age. I intend to like bake with my little brother and he's 7, you know, or I also intend to bake with my mum, you know, like it can be anyone. We also cannot talk about the spooky season without mentioning Halloween. Now, I appreciate that there are people out there who don't celebrate Halloween, which is perfectly fine, but for those who do, I have 2 options for you. What we can do is either there are always some amazing Halloween parties going on, and I personally am always like 5 months late, and then I'll like be like, oh, was there a big Halloween party? I didn't know that. So if partying is your thing, then you can like all get dressed up. You can all go as like the Power Rangers, or like dead schoolgirls, or I don't even know, like zombie wives, I don't know, like anything that you want. You can go as like a group costume, and then you can like go to the club or wherever it's being held and go and have an amazing Halloween with your friends. Now, if you're like me and you are a little bit old for partying, I'm 27 and I already feel like I'm 50. Like, I went out the other week or so, like the other month, and my friend was like, oh, meet me there for 9. And it's like that meme when he's like, PM? It's like, yeah. No, I'm in bed. What you can do again is grab all your girlfriends or all your guy friends or whatever. You can buy some, like, I don't know, gingerbread men, or you can buy some like pumpkin cookies or something, and you can buy like some sweets and so on. If people trick or treat at your door, you can have a bowl out there with sweets, but then you guys can also enjoy some treats together, watch a horror film together, maybe camp out in the front room all together if you're all petrified like I am. That could be so much fun. Another thing you can do for Halloween is buy and carve a pumpkin. I haven't done this since I think I was about 8 years old. So I think my dad did most of the work. Like, I just kind of like told him what face I wanted on it, and then he did it, and then I was like, yay, I did a pumpkin. But this time I actually want to make a pumpkin, like make it, and then I also want to use like the seeds. I think there's a way you can like fry the seeds or boil them or something that makes like that aroma like go throughout your house or something, like with some spices or something. That could be really cool. Another thing that you can do that seems small in the moment, but I'm telling you is not. Rather than buying your bread from like, you know, Tesco or Sainsbury's or something, you can go to a bakery. Not only is this an amazing way that you can support local businesses and independent businesses, but also, I'm telling you, fresh bread, oh, with that soup that you made, like, there's no one on this earth that can say that they prefer like store-bought bread over bakery bread. Like, bakery bread wins every time. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. I'm sorry. The next thing that we can do, and the last thing, is all about the aesthetic. I'm talking about chunky jumpers or sweaters if you're American. I'm talking about boots. I'm talking about fuzzy socks. I'm talking about really, really comfy pajamas, really comfy robes. There are throw blankets that you can put, pillows that you can get, sleep tea that you can have. You can also go to the florist or wherever you buy your flowers and get them in a different color. So for example, I usually lean more into like a white rose or a pink rose. Roses are my favorite, but instead this time I actually bought like a darker red kind of rose, and also they're kind of dying at the moment, which is why I'm not showing you, but I feel like it kind of gives like this like abandoned haunted house vibe to my room, like when they slightly start to die even. So even when they're dying, they're still giving, you know, so I don't think you can go wrong. Also, you can go and get your nails done. When you go and get your nails done, I am a French tip girl through and through. I don't think I could ever shake it. However, when I see girls wearing like the burgundy like nails, I'm always gagged. I'm like, oh my god, yes queen, get it. Especially when it's like that oval cut or whatever. Like, I'll throw up a picture here. I love that shade. I've never done it, but I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it now. So I'll see. However, I love it. It's also the time to get a new makeup routine in. So, you know, we all know in summer we want it to be glossy and we want it to be all of this. However, now even your lip color, you could go slightly darker or like a brown like lip liner with like a darker lip oil. I think that looks so cute rather than like a really pink like summery lip. Eyeliner, like to give that kind of like spooky vibe or whatever. Hairstyles that are maybe a bit more grungy, plaid shirts that we used to tie them around our waist, but like I now like the oversized plaid shirts. I also know that the Henleys are really in style, like the kind of Bella Swan, like the one that she wears. I actually just bought myself one on Vinted, because yeah. By the way, tell me if you guys want another Vinted haul, because you guys seem to really like the last one. You can also do bubble baths. I love a bubble bath in winter. It's my favorite thing to do in winter. I just feel like I'm thawing out, like it's so cold outside, and I make my bath like so hot. One of my exes once told me that like my bath was hot enough to cook pasta in, which is probably the only true thing he ever said to me, but I'll take it. You can also go to Lush and get like their witchy like bath bombs. I think last year or the year before, one of the two, they did like the Wicked collection and stuff, and you could get like the bath bombs and the, you know, switch up your routine, go from florals to vanilla. There's so much that we can do to try and enjoy autumn. And with that said, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We are trying to make it to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so please do press the subscribe button, and I will see you same time, same place next week. Bye guys.